Now let's get one thing straight. You can gain weight eating any types of food. As long as you're in a caloric surplus, you'll gain weight. However, you don't want to just be gaining a bunch of fat and eating unhealthy high calorie foods. This right here, a little bit healthier option, so at least some of that weight that you'll gain won't be all fat, but in fact, muscle. What's up everyone, David here. Got a new video for y'all today, but before we get into it, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any new videos. Because remember, new videos on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, so don't miss out. Now today we're talking about food. We are back in the kitchen, and in the kitchen I mean I took all the food outside to the home gym. We're gonna be talking about bulking season. Thanksgiving is over. You already got a head start on your bulking because you started eating more calories than you otherwise would. Winter is here. When it's less than 70 degrees outside, it's bulking season. We're gonna be gaining weight. However, we're not just gonna be gaining a bunch of fat. We gotta make sure a good amount of that weight comes with muscle. Now, with bulking, what many people don't know is that it really doesn't matter what type of food it is that you eat if your goal is to gain weight. And notice how I'm saying gaining weight and not gaining muscle. No. Many people have that notion that bulking is about gaining weight. And as long as you're eating more calories than you're burning, as long as you're in a caloric surplus, you're gonna gain weight eating any type of food. If you're only burning 2,000 calories a day, but you eat 2,500 calories worth of ice cream, obviously you're gonna be gaining weight. However, if you're burning 2,000 calories a day, but you're eating 2,500 calories of fruits and vegetables and lean meats, although that diet is a lot healthier, you're still going to be gaining weight, because at the end of the day, gaining weight is all about eating more calories than you're burning. But we want to be healthy about this. We're gym bros, we're fit chicks. We want to make sure that when we bulk, we're gaining muscle along with it. So we can't just be eating cupcakes, Twinkies, soda. We can't be eating and drinking those type of things. We got to make sure that what we're putting in our body is going to fuel our workouts. And that's what we got right here. Some relatively high calorie foods, which will for sure help you bulk and gain more muscle. Now, typically the bodybuilding diet, we all know it's going to be the chicken and rice. That's the common thing. But the thing is, why does everyone always have to go with chicken and rice? Probably because the rice, good, easy digestible carb, but the chicken breast, specifically breast, it's a very lean meat. When it comes to gaining weight, man, we can't be eating as lean as most people may assume. Sometimes, you got to up the fats a little. You got to up the carbs a little bit. Sometimes, we need a little bit more calories. That's the whole essence of bulking. So just for the sake of this video, I am not going to be talking about rice, although you can. It's a very good food source that you can be eating to help you gain weight because it tastes good, tastes decent. It's easy for you to eat a lot of, and that's the whole thing. When it comes to bulking, what is something you can eat a lot of? And for chicken breast, I am not going to be talking about that. You want to gain weight, get something with more calories. If you want to stick with chicken, okay, go with chicken thighs. It has more fat on it. You want the fat, you want the calories. So let's get into it. We're gonna start off right here and then make our way over. So with the fats, that's gonna be one of the easiest ways for you to gain weight. Two big things when it comes to bulking: eat stuff with high calories and eat stuff that you can easily eat a lot of. You take those two things into consideration, it will be a lot easier for you to gain that weight. If you're someone like myself, sometimes we don't always have the biggest appetite. So it makes it a lot easier with the very little food that we are eating, at least packs a punch, has a lot of calories. Fats have the most amount of calories per gram compared to the other macros. Our macros are carbs, proteins, fats. Carbs and proteins, 4 calories per gram. However, fats, it's got 9 calories per gram. So that's what we want. To kick things off, oil. Now, obviously, you want to go with a healthier oil. You don't want to go with the vegetable oil. You don't want to go with the seed oils. Me personally, if I were to limit it down to 2, I'd either go with avocado oil or olive oil. Depending on your price, flavor, preference, all those things taken into account, just pick whichever one. You put a little bit on the pan. Just a small serving size already packs a lot of calories. Or you could just drizzle some on top of the meals that you are eating. Again, doesn't have a lot of volume, but definitely packs a punch when it comes to how much calories is per volume of the actual liquid. Liquids are going to be a big theme in this video, so that's what I will go with. Next, continuing on with the fats, we got butter. Again, you can butter up the pan when you're grilling your steak. When you're making a shake in the morning, you can throw in just a little spoonful of butter. Just a little goes a long way. Again, because it's fats, they help you gain weight because it's got more calories, but it doesn't fill up your stomach so much, so it makes it a lot easier to eat more of it. specifically, I'm gonna go with right here the Kerrygold's, the Irish butter. You can get whatever. Realistically, at the end of the day, I believe that butter is butter. Don't get so caught up in, is this brand better than this brand? Is this quality better? Just test them all out. See which one your body absorbs better. See which one you feel better eating. Everyone's going to be different based on budget, preference, and flavor. Just do what you believe is best for you. And then our last fat source right here, we're going to be going with eggs. Now, most people will eat eggs, especially bodybuilders. You're gonna be eating eggs because you think it's really good with protein, which, yes, an egg, the egg white specifically, 6 grams of protein, but eggs also have a lot of fats. Why? Because of the yolk. Too many times, bodybuilders, they only eat the egg whites. But if you're in a bulking stage, you're trying to gain weight, go ahead and throw in some of the yolks, okay? And I don't want to hear anyone saying, oh, no, you can't be eating a lot of eggs because of all the cholesterol. For those of you who are saying that, let me ask you something. Do you even know what cholesterol is? If I asked you, define cholesterol, what is it, where is it in your body, and what does it do to your body? I guarantee many of you are not even going to be able to answer that. Many of you are going to be saying cholesterol is bad for you and you should be eating a lot of eggs because you heard other family members. Usually the older generations are going to be saying that to you. But no, cholesterol from a natural source, such as the egg yolk, yes, in fact, it is good for you. So I recommend eggs. When I'm eating eggs, I eat 4 every morning. So real high in fats from the yolk, but the egg white specifically is high in protein. And since we're talking about protein, we'll segue into now the protein sections. Again, liquids, real handy when it comes to bulking. It's a lot easier for us to consume a high amount of calories if it's in liquid form compared to if it's in solid form. So what's an easy go-to that I always use? Milk. You're making a protein shake? All right, throw in a good amount of milk, okay? You're eating your meals? All right, drink it with some milk. Liquid calories, and then milk specifically, good amount of protein. We're talking about 8 grams per 8 ounces. So you drink 16 ounces at a time, boom, that's 16 grams of protein on top of your regular meal, however much protein is in that. Easy go-to, easily digestible. You can go ahead and vary which type of milks that you get. Keep in mind though, if you are bulking, obviously stay away from the lower calorie milks. Almond milk, oat milk, cashew milk, all those milks, they're very low in calories. So it kind of defeats the purpose of you being in the bulk. You want to go ahead and gain weight? Go with regular cow milk, goat milk, 1%, 2% whole milk, doesn't matter. You want to go with milk that came from an animal. That's got higher in calories. That's what's going to help you gain weight. Next, moving on, we got Greek yogurt. Again, super easy to eat a lot of it when it comes to bulking. If you can eat a lot of it, boom, you're good to go. That makes it a lot easier, especially if you're someone like myself who doesn't have that big of an appetite half the time. Greek yogurt, you choose which brand you want. If you want even more calories, get the flavored kind. But me, I just go with the plain one. Some of you may not like the flavor of plain Greek yogurt, but at the end of the day, you gotta keep in mind, we're not doing it for taste. Doing it for purpose, all right? It's not for pleasure, it's for purpose. The whole goal is to help us build muscle, to help us gain weight. Greek yogurt, whatever it is that you're eating, you could throw in a spoonful, or I should say a cupful, whatever one serving is, in all your meals. You're making a protein shake, throw it in there. You're getting hungry in between meals, you need a quick go-to snack. Greek yogurt is a good one. For only one serving of this particular brand, it seems like every brand of Greek yogurt has a different serving size. This one specifically, 3/4 cups, one serving, 90 calories, but it's got 18 grams of protein. Easily get it down. So do what you want with that information. And then lastly, we got our meats. Now the meat, I feel like this one's gonna be the biggest game changer for many of you. Why? Because we're in that notion that bodybuilders can only eat chicken breast. That is not necessarily the case. The reason why that whole idea became popular is because bodybuilders, they wanted to gain as much muscle as they could while minimizing the amount of fat that they're gaining. And chicken breast is one of the leanest meats you can get out there. But if you're trying to bulk, you're trying to gain weight, you need calories. All right, let's ditch the chicken breast. If you want to stay with chicken, okay, go with chicken thighs. Why? Because chicken thighs have more fat, therefore it has more calories. And some people might be thinking, oh no, but I don't want to consume so much fat, it's unhealthy. You got to keep in mind, it's not like we're getting these fats from ultra processed foods. We're not eating Twinkies, cupcakes, soda. We're not eating all this unhealthy stuff. We're getting these fats from good, healthy sources. And another thing, fats are one of your body's natural fuel source. Our body runs off of fat and carbs. So why would we try to eliminate them? So instead of chicken, we're gonna go with red meat. You look up the nutrition facts. Tell me red meat does not have a significant amount more calories compared to any cut of chicken. Now, the specific type of cut you get for red meat, that's going to vary from person to person based on your budget, taste preference, and also calories. Yes, red meat has more calories, but sometimes some of you don't want to gain so much, so you might want to stay away from a more fatty cut, such as a ribeye, and maybe go towards a more leaner cut, like a sirloin. At the end of the day, red meat is red meat. It's still gonna have way more calories than any type of chicken that you get. Just how much more calories is realistically gonna depend on how much more fat is in that particular cut of meat. Next, since we're talking about fatty meats, I got bacon right here. That one's not a common one. We see a lot of bodybuilders do turkey bacon, but I actually go with the pork one. Why? It tastes great, relatively inexpensive, high calories, and again, it's from a natural source. I don't eat a whole lot of other fattening foods. All right, I'm not a big snacker. I don't eat chips as often. I don't eat cake as often. I might have a slice here and there, but realistically, at the end of the day, majority of my fat sources are coming from the type of meats that I am eating. So bacon is definitely a big one. And you also got to keep in mind, when you do cook it, a lot of that fat is going to be rendered down, so you're very specific and very picky about the amount of fat that you are eating. Okay, all that rendered fat, okay, dump it out and then pat down the piece of bacon on a napkin to get rid of that excess oil, that excess fat, if you're really that picky. If not, just go with turkey bacon. At the end of the day, it tastes great. You can eat a lot of it. High calories, perfect for the bulk. Now, that's it for the protein. Now we're going to be going on to the carbs. And for many of you, this is going to be probably the group that you can eat the absolute most of. It's just so easy to get away with eating the carbs. You hear so many people going on keto, not eating carbs. You hear so many people bagging on carbs, saying how it's so bad. I just want to be the one to tell you, carbs are not the enemy. Uncontrolled portion sizes are the enemy. And oftentimes, those uncontrolled portion sizes come from your carbs. You know, you're eating your panecito in the morning, you know, with your cafecito, you're eating your pan dulce. If you come from a Hispanic household or Hispanic family culture, I should say, you already know. Pan dulce, virotes, tortillas, all that stuff heavily consumed in a Hispanic household. But it's so easy to eat a lot of them, and that's why everyone says, oh no, carbs are bad for you. No, it's not that they're bad for you, it's just the fact that you're eating so much of it because you got no self-control. But maybe now's the time that you can use that self-control to your advantage. You want to gain weight? Up the carbs. Everyone always thinks you want to build more muscle, increase the amount of protein. Realistically, you're probably already eating more than enough protein than your body needs. 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. You're already hitting that. You're probably exceeding that. Where you can get away with eating more of the calories, carbs. Make sure they're from good sources. All right, no ultra processed foods. I always say, if it comes in a wrapper at a convenience store, or if it has an excessively long ingredients list with half the stuff you can't even pronounce, it's probably not good for you. These things, on the other hand, they are. I'm not going to be bringing up rice, although rice is one of the best foods you can to bulk because it tastes good, easily digestible, easy for you to eat a lot of, and super cheap. But everyone already knows about that. Let's go with some that other people may not be aware of. Honey. Throw them in your protein shakes. In your breakfast, you're making some pancakes, some eggs, some bacon. Right there, just sprinkle some on there. Honey, easily digestible, tastes great, easy to throw it on anything. If you're even drinking coffee in the morning, you're drinking a tea, throw a couple squirts in there. We're talking about a very small portion size, which all it is 1 tablespoon, but it's got 60 calories. Hey, those 60 calories add up. Next, we got pasta right here. Me personally, I can eat so much pasta and I will still feel hungry. My body absorbs it so fast. So that actually will work in my benefit if I'm really trying to gain a lot of weight. And the good thing about pasta too, super cheap, very, very, very inexpensive for how much you can get out of it. This box right here from Kroger, what, like $2 if that, and for the amount of portion sizes you're going to be getting and for the amount of calories you're getting per serving, we're talking about 8 servings. So we could talk about 8 meals in this one box, 200 calories per serving. You'll get hungry right away after. Throw this with some ground beef. Oh, right there, you got a good meal, high calorie, easily digestible, tastes great, perfect. And then oats, great breakfast food. Have some oats with some of the milk along with a couple of scrambled eggs. Boom, you're good to go. Make a protein shake, some milk, some Greek yogurt, honey, and some oats. There you go. Oats go with so many things. You can go ahead and blend them up, or you can eat them as a regular meal. Me personally, I actually don't like the flavor so much of oats, like oatmeal, but I do throw them a lot in my protein shakes because it's an easy, good carb that I can throw in there. Another honorable mention for a carb, bananas. It just seems like banana's the go-to no matter what shake you're making, vegetable shake, fruit smoothie. It seems like a banana will always taste good in there. Taste sweet, high in calories, good bodybuilding, pre-workout snack, I should say also, because of the amount of carbs in it, it will give you energy. Bananas would probably be the only additional thing I would throw in the carb section here. There's many more, but that one specifically, it just seems to go good with any recipe you're making. You're making a smoothie, throw a banana in there. Making a bowl of oatmeal, throw a banana in there. But again, that's just my own personal opinion. So there you have it, everyone. My top 10 bulking foods. Staying away from the chicken and rice. Yes, it's a super lean meal. Yes, it's typically the bodybuilding go-to, but it's not necessary. The whole goal of bulking is to eat more calories in the hopes of gaining muscle and gaining weight. Two things to take into account when it comes to bulking. Eat food that is higher in calories and eat food that you can definitely eat more of. Those two things taken into account, bulk will go easy for you. You don't want to have to feel like you're stuffing yourself so much. Comment down below, what are your healthy-ish go-to bulking foods? Again, it's easy just to eat ultra-processed, high-calorie foods that are probably going to clog your arteries and have so many artificial ingredients. Again, if you're looking at the back of the label and it's got an excessively long ingredient list, I'm pretty sure you can't pronounce half the things on there, you probably shouldn't be putting it in your body. But if you stick to good whole foods like this, yes, you will gain weight, but at the same time, you won't be putting your health in jeopardy. Just want to throw that out there. Comment down below, what are your go-to bulking foods? And also comment down below any other video suggestions you'd like to see me do, whether it be about mindset, motivation, nutrition, diets, workouts, programs, whatever it is, comment down below. I'd be more than happy to help y'all out. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you miss on any new videos. Because remember, I got new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So don't miss out. And then Instagram and TikTok, same thing. Be sure to follow me on both accounts. I put all my links down in the description below. With that being said, I'll catch y'all next time.